In 2025, scientists did something they had never done before. They didn't just read the human genome. They saw it in detail so fine it revealed how life switches itself on and off. They uncovered migrations that rewrote human history. They found hidden danger zones inside our DNA that may explain diseases we never understood. And yet, after all this progress, there is one genetic mystery scientists still cannot solve. A mystery so fundamental that it may decide the future of medicine, evolution, and even humanity itself. For decades, genetics promised answers. Answers about who we are, where we came from, and why some people get sick while others don't. But in 2025, genetics crossed a line. This wasn't just another year of small discoveries. It was a turning point. 3 breakthroughs changed how we see DNA forever. And at the end of them all, scientists encountered a question they still cannot explain. 1. Seeing the genome like never before. The first breakthrough of 2025 wasn't about discovering new genes. It was about discovering how genes actually work. For years, scientists thought DNA was like a book. Read the letters, understand the story. But that idea was wrong. In 2025, new imaging and sequencing techniques allowed researchers to map the genome in extraordinary detail, down to how DNA folds, loops, and interacts with itself inside a living cell. They discovered that genes don't act alone. They switch on and off depending on their physical position in the genome. 2 people can have the same gene, but if it folds differently, it behaves differently. This helps explain something that puzzled scientists for decades. Why one person develops a genetic disease, and another, with the same mutation, never does. DNA isn't just code. It's architecture. And once scientists saw the structure, everything changed. But understanding how genes work raised a deeper question. If DNA is this complex today, how did it get this way? 2. Ancient DNA rewrites human origins. The second great discovery of 2025 came from the past. Ancient DNA, extracted from bones thousands of years old, revealed migration patterns that no history book recorded. Scientists found evidence of people traveling farther, mixing more often, and returning to places they were thought to have left forever. Human history was not a straight line out of Africa. It was a web. Populations separated by continents carried shared genetic signatures. Languages spread not just through conquest, but through family lines. DNA showed that borders are recent inventions. Genes ignore them completely. Entire populations once believed to be isolated were revealed to be genetic crossroads, meeting points of distant worlds. Your DNA, it turns out, may carry stories from places your ancestors never imagined. But this discovery didn't just reshape history. It revealed something else. If humanity mixed this much in the past, then evolution didn't just tolerate diversity. It depended on it. And that leads to the third discovery. 3. DNA danger zones. In 2025, scientists discovered something unsettling. Certain regions of our genes, especially near the beginning, mutate far more often than expected. These are not random errors. They're hotspots. For decades, these regions were overlooked. They were too complex, too unstable. But once scientists looked closer, they realized these zones may be responsible for many inherited diseases that never made sense before. Conditions that appear suddenly. Disorders that run in families without clear patterns. These unstable DNA regions behave differently depending on environment, stress, and even parental age. This discovery suggests something radical. Some diseases may not be accidents. They may be the result of genetic regions that evolution allows to remain unstable. And that realization led scientists straight into a wall. Because no one knows why evolution would allow this. Here is the mystery scientists still cannot solve. Why does the human genome contain regions that are so unstable, so prone to mutation? When mutations can be deadly, there are theories. Some believe these regions drive evolution, allowing rapid adaptation during times of crisis. Others think they are evolutionary leftovers, flaws that couldn't be removed without breaking something else. And some scientists suspect something even deeper, that these unstable zones are not bugs in the system, but features. Features that allow innovation, diversity, and survival. at a terrible cost. Because the same regions that create adaptation also create disease. And right now, science cannot explain where the balance lies. Are these genetic danger zones the reason humans evolved so quickly? Or are they the reason so many suffer? The answer remains unknown. These discoveries change everything. Medicine may soon predict disease before symptoms appear. Ancestry may reveal not just where you came from, but what risks you carry. And genetics may force us to confront ethical questions humanity has never faced. If we can see genetic instability, should we edit it? If instability drives evolution, should we leave it alone? Science is advancing faster than understanding, and that may be the most dangerous discovery of all. In 2025, genetics revealed 3 breakthroughs that reshaped our understanding of life. But one mystery remains unsolved. A mystery written into our DNA itself. And until it is answered, the human story is still unfinished. Thank you for watching. If you want more stories hidden inside our DNA, like, subscribe, and stay curious.